Your baby's sleep could change dramatically by learning to identify just a few subtle sleepy cues. Sleepy cues in babies and toddlers are signs that they are ready for rest and sleep. If you pay attention to these cues, you can easily identify when your baby is ready for sleep. Ignoring or missing early cues can disrupt your baby's sleep schedule and lead to many challenges for both of you. I'm sure you have already noticed the difficulty settling them down for sleep, increased fussiness, irritability, and difficulty soothing themselves. This is because once they've become overtired, the stress hormone cortisol spikes, making it harder for you to settle them off to sleep. And this has likely left you experiencing stress and exhaustion. We want to make sure we see the early sleep cues and not just the obvious late ones. So, our early tired cues are glazed or blank stares, zoning out due to fatigue. They become less engaged, they're fluttering their eyelids or have difficulty focusing. Red eyebrows is a telltale sign of exhaustion in babies, and not many people are aware of this. Sucking fists and nuzzling is also a tired sign, and this is often mistaken for hunger. If 30 minutes ago your baby had a nice big feed and is now sucking or nuzzling, they're actually tired and need to be prepared for sleep. Catching the early tired cues allows you time to get them prepared for bed. You can start your wind down routine once you notice these early signs, so they will settle to sleep much easier. Now, the late tired cues are the more obvious ones. The yawning, rubbing their eyes, pulling their ears, crying and becoming more fussy. Their chatting becomes louder and louder and it moves into a loud cry. And of course comes clinginess or crying when you try to put them down. Now they are overtired, that stress hormone has spiked, which is going to make it much harder for them to get to sleep and sleep well. I'm sure you can relate to all of these late tired signs. The trick is to notice those early cues, and by identifying and addressing these signs promptly, you'll likely find it much easier to help your baby settle down for sleep. And who doesn't want that? So remember, look for those early tired signs, then start your wind down routine and get them off to sleep.